Okere mwega mwiroreri wa kiheotv ngabashia mwanya ndegwitikira kunyitana na ithe hwaino wa umuthi wa tariki 2 mweri uyu wa kana ni ngavo ni mathaa mega matoko twikumenyithia uria bũrũri wa Kenya watinda ukigariura jetagwo Maureen Wanjiru nake mwathiriri na njira ya shiko etagwo Maureen Wanjiru na tukiambiria mohoro maitu tukarwo twikumenyithia gwatinda munini wa mutongoria wa bũrũri Professor Kithure Kindiki ni abiete na mbere na gukirira atongoria a mung'ethaniro nikire ugite makoro magitigana na ndetokana na uteti wa umomori wa thoko ya Gikomba akimera mareke thirikari ikore gikinyaniria muingi mutungata mauthi wa nambere kuria taririe umomori ucio orotafanirio niguo gukorwo ikiaramia varakana ikwaramia roi rwa Nairobi ni gutigirira ati hindira mbura yaura gutina kona miyoro irera kore githukagia indo cia muingi o ndumwe na gutiga miturire yamwe evinikanite.
Hii masoko ambayo tumejenga, nimesikia kuna watu wanachochea wanabiashara ati wasitoke katika miarero, wasitoke katika mazingira duni ya masoko, wakae wakiuza kama wale wafanyikazi wetu ama wafanyabiashara wetu wa Gikomba pale wako Nairobi River. Muto ikikuja inabeba mali, inabeba watu. Tumesema kwa miezi michache hawa ndugu zetu tuko na listi yao 6,300 ambao wanafanya kazi hapo. Watafutue mahali badala, wagoje miezi michache, tuwajengee soko mzuri, na hao ambao tumechukua majina yao ndio watarudi kwa hiyo soko, sio watu wengine. Badala ya kukaa hapo kwa hatari ya mafuriko, kukaa hapo kwa hatari ya moto ambao unachoma hiyo soko kila siku, kila mwezi inachomeka, wanapoteza mali. Mafuriko ikikuja inabeba watu, inabeba mali. Tumesema watafutiwe mahali kidogo, wangojee miezi kidogo, tuwajengee soko ya ghorofa 7, wote waingie hapo, soko inakaa kama ya Singapore.
Tugitigana na cio ciĩgiĩ thoko ya Gikomba tubie na mbere na riu musaria kana nyabara wa ndudu ya minister nuria ni minister wa maundu ma nanja wa bũrũri Musalia Mudavadi muthenya wa umuthi ni egwikinyitie mbere ya kamiti ya bunge ĩgiĩ ugitiri wa gĩbũrũri na kuria abiete na mbere gukorwo agicokia ciuria ni makiria ciĩgĩmainie na a Kenya uria makorirwo magikungio wara na gukinya bũrũri-inĩ wa Russia bari-inĩ ya bũrũri-inĩ wa Russia na Ukraine. Musalia Mudavadi agicokia ciuria ataririe na kuga ati ni andu 6 aria makoretwo matekuonekana na aria mavire bũrũri-inĩ ucio na aria makoretwo magethano ni aciari ao kan endwa ao.
The Counter Trafficking in Persons Act 2010 criminalizes all forms of human trafficking, including labor trafficking, recruitment through deception. The law provides penalties ranging from 30 years of imprisonment to life imprisonment and fines not less than Kenya shillings 30 million. The Private Employment Agencies Regulations 2016 under the Labor Institutions Act is overseen by the National Employment Agency that regulates recruitment for local and overseas jobs. They require agencies to be licensed, prohibit deception, recruitment practices, and require verification of job offers. On matters of investigations, we've had a multi-agency process led by the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, supported by other government agencies, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Department of Diaspora, and Ministry of Labor and other entities working collectively. Section 68 of the Penal Code, Cap 63, criminalizes the enlistment service or training of Kenyan citizens in foreign military or armed forces without the written authority of the President. Madam Chair, what these Kenyans have been doing has been in breach of the law. They have broken the law. They are engaged in an illegal activity. However, the point now is to help them get out of.
Tugitigana cio ciĩgiĩ bunge ya Senate tũthiĩ na mbere. Mwandĩki mũkaru ministry-inĩ ya thama Ndagĩtarĩ Berio Kipsang nĩatongoretie mĩhang'o ya kũruta gĩthomo kũrĩ macibũ harĩ mĩhang'o mĩerũ ya kwandĩkithia mũingĩ ũrĩa ũrerĩkana gũkinyia mĩaka 18 harĩ kuoya ibandĩ. Mĩbango ĩno ĩrathiĩ na mbere harĩ kaunti itanyihĩire 20 na kwambĩrĩria mweri wa Julai mwaka mũhĩtũku ĩrĩa mĩhang'o ĩno yambĩrĩirie na ĩrĩa kũrerĩkana atĩ thirikari rĩu nĩĩkinyire gũkorwo ĩkĩhe makĩria ma andũ milioni 1.7 ibandĩ na kũrĩa yugĩte nĩthiĩte na mbere na kũgacĩrithia ihĩngĩca iria ikoretwo igĩkururia mĩhang'o ya ũheani wa ibandĩ guothe bũrũri-inĩ.
We've been going around the country sensitizing our chiefs, assistant chiefs and all our leaders at the mashinani level on the new guidelines of registration of IDs and our critical documents. Since the beginning of the financial year in July, we have so far registered more than 1.7 million Kenyans, and we continue to ensure that no Kenyan is left behind in terms of having the critical identification documents, because we know the central role that these identification documents play. We've invested on technology. Now we have what we call live capture equipment, which captures all the information and relay directly to our headquarters so that we can be able to enhance and make registration more efficient, more effective, and more easy for Kenyans to do it. That there are still so many people out there who require to be supported to be able to get their identification documents.
Tugitigana cio ciĩgiĩ wandĩkithia wa woi wa ibandĩ tũthiĩ harĩ gĩthomo. Arutani a junior secondary kaunti-inĩ ya Isiolo rĩu nĩmanyitanĩire na aruna ao guothe bũrũri-inĩ makĩrũrũngana na makĩruta mĩkana ya kũiga mĩrombi ya kuga matigakorwo makĩingĩra kĩrathi tamu ya kerĩ angĩkorwo kamĩtĩ ya kwandĩka arutani TSC ndĩgũkorwo ĩkĩandĩka makĩria ma arutani 40,000 na arĩa makoretwo makĩruta wĩra na kandarathi magĩtongorio nĩ mũrũgamĩrĩri mũnene wa KUPPET kaunti-inĩ ya Isiolo Moses Kimwe nĩ ahinyĩrĩirie kamĩtĩ ya gũkorwo ĩkĩongerera mũcara kũrĩ arutani a gĩthomo kĩa JCC na kĩrĩa augĩte gĩthomo kĩu gĩtingĩringithanio na gĩthomo kĩa thukuru cia mũthingi.
We have gathered here today as teachers of this county to voice our frustrations and dissatisfaction on the irregularities that our employer TSC has perpetrated on our colleagues who are serving in internship. One, I want to remind TSC that on 17th April 2024, Judge Brian Ongaya of the Employment and Relations, Labor Relations Court pronounced himself that internship is illegal, unconstitutional, discriminatory, and exploitative. There was an appeal which was made at the Court of Appeal of Kenya, but the Court of Appeal again upheld Ongaya's ruling, and they added other terms, legal terms to that ruling that internship is illegal, null and void. So at this point and moment, we have gathered here to remind TSC that we are in the budget making period. Let them ensure that the money for confirming the 44,000 intern teachers is well captured in the Constitution. Otherwise, failure to that, come second term, our intern teachers will not report back to their stations.
We have this big animal called autonomy. We demand full autonomy, and when we talk about full autonomy, we want to have autonomy in administration. That is, we need to have a well-structured administration levels, starting from the principal, deputy principal, senior teacher, and the classroom teacher, just like any other institution. Number two, we also need our principals to be given the role and freedom to appoint their staff, to manage their resources, and also to make decisions without undue bureaucracies.
Tugakihoka kamiti ya wandiki wa arutani ni kuigua makaya macio. Riboti iyo reke ituteithie kwamba gwikiria o hanini tuko tugicokereria ndugathie haraya.
Ino ni station ya Kiheo TV, kihumo kia witikiriku.
Kuru wa Jewel Institute of Advanced Driving toekaine ni kuruta matereva a gikiro kia iguru mari na wigiririki munene farafara-ini. Jewel Institute of Advanced Driving turutanaga utereva wa ikiro ciothe. Class A ni utereva wa fikifiki na tuk-tuk, Class B utereva wa gari nini, Class C utereva wa marori, Class D ni utereva wa gari cia ukui wa muingi. Urutani witu wa utereva ni wa kurumanirira na mutaratara mweru wa NTSA na warikia kothi tugaguteithiriria kwigira na smart driving license. Ni undu wa uhoro makiria ndukamairirie gutucerera wabici-ini citu Rwesambu nyumba-ini ya Jewel Complex gorova ya gatano barabara-ini nene ya Thika Super Highway kurigania na TRM. Kana utuhurire thimu kugerera 0703 164003 0703 164003. Jewel Institute of Advanced Driving, drive with confidence.
Reke tuge ni mwili tuna mwanake majagia tugaga from zero batari nake so indo icio mutumia na muthuri ucio magia meke hiko-ini indo icio ni citagwo matrimonial property.
Landlord na landlady na tenant ni makubaliano, it's an agreement na you are bound by the terms of the agreement. Hiyo makubaliano yenu mulikubaliana aje, rent itakuwa inalipwa aje, itakuwa inalipwa lini, itakuwa inalipwa kwa account gani.
Before gore muda kitu kya mbere etia copy ya title thikure kwa lands registry kweke search but the question you know to ni mako digital the question search is online through sasa yeah.
Absconding ni kukaterere ninafaa kwenda koti kesho lakini sitaenda juu sitaki kwenda. It's not, unaweza kuwa mgonjwa inaweza eleweka but absconding ni ile unakataa kwenda juu without any good reason. Yeah.
Sexual assault toginya ikorwo ni gikoki ya sexual no gikorwo ni ugo waiga tumitugo tutari twega turatuma mundu ucio ngi atuike uncomfortable.
Ni muthenya wa kanaga kiumia thaa 2 nginya thaa 3 cia hwaini guku gwa Kiheo TV, kihumo kia witikiriku. Mwangaza wa Neno FM. ceceni ya redio ĩrĩa ĩkũrehagira ũmemerekia mũthuranĩre. O muthenya wambĩrĩrio kinyagia gatano, tabarĩra ciĩhotanĩire kwambĩrĩria rũcinĩ kinya hwaĩ-inĩ. Thaa 11 kinyagia thaa 4 cia rũcinĩ, nyitanagĩra na wa mathenge the Kingdom Lady thĩinĩ wa gĩthima rũcinĩ. Thaa 8 nginya thaa 10 ũkanyitanĩra na Celestine Uka the Favored One thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ya Shangwe. Igĩkinyĩria thaa 10 ũkaingĩra kĩberereki thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ya ngwatanĩro na Kamau wa Waithĩra KW. Mũgaterevana kinyagia thaa 2 cia ũtukũ. Nakuo kwambĩrĩria thaa 2 kinyagia thaa 5 cia ũtukũ ũkanyitanĩra na Susan Wangoro the Women Rep thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ya ikũmbĩ rĩa kĩgoco.
Ino nĩ ceceni ya Kiheo TV, kĩhumo gĩa wĩtĩkĩrĩku.
Mwirorari na nĩ ngavo nĩ twacokera ikereka rĩa kerĩ na rĩa mũthia rĩa mohoro maya, na nĩ ngavo na no bina bena kurumani na mohoro maya mwena wa Kiheo TV nenda-inĩ citũ cia ũkinyanĩria. Tũgĩthiĩ na mbere, mũtongoria wa bũrũri Ndagĩtarĩ William Ruto rĩu nĩ anyitanĩra na etĩkia a kanitha wa AIPCA kaunti-inĩ ya Nyeri Othaya diocese-inĩ ya Mũkaro ya Mũhuro hĩndĩ ya mitha ya maguta matheru. President Ruto nĩerire mũingĩ gĩcigo kĩu atĩ thirikari nĩ gũthiĩ na mbere na kũrĩkĩrĩria waki wa barabara ya Mau. Oho kuga thirikari nĩ ĩkoretwo ĩgĩthukĩra kaunti ya Nyeri kĩmanjĩka gĩa ciringi bilioni 8 harĩ waki wa barabara ciothe iria irĩ kaunti-inĩ ĩyo ya Nyeri.
Mũtongoria wa bũrũri Ndagĩtarĩ William Ruto nĩagĩte na icera kaunti-inĩ ya Nyeri akĩaria kanitha-inĩ wa AIPCA Kagere Othaya kaunti-inĩ ĩyo. Mũtongoria wa bũrũri nĩerĩire mũingĩ wa kaunti ĩyo atĩ wĩra wake nĩ kũnyitithania Akenya gũtarĩ na mũthutũkanio ona kana mĩthingi ya ukabira.
Na ndio nimesema ya kwamba kwa mapenzi ya Mungu tukienda hapa mbele, kwa sababu Biblia inasema mahali kuna umoja Mungu anaamurisha baraka. Hapa mbele nitahakikisha ya kwamba sehemu zote za Kenya tunaunganisha, hakuna jamii itawachwa nyuma.
Mũtongoria wa bũrũri nĩ atarĩirie ciĩgiĩ tabarĩra cia ũthii wa nambere. President akĩrĩra mũingĩ wa kaunti ya Nyeri gũkinyanĩrio gwa tabarĩra cia ũthii wa nambere cia waki wa barabara iria ituĩkanĩirie kaunti-inĩ ĩyo hamwe na waki wa thoko cia kĩrĩu.
Waeleze wananchi wa hapa Nyeri, mimi nilikuwa hapa miezi miwili iliyopita, nikawa pale Karatina, nikawa hapa Othaya, nilikuwa hapa mwaka uliopita, na mimi nataka niwahakikishie ile mipango yetu yote tumekubaliana na watu wa Nyeri, viongozi wenu wakiongoza, kama serikali ya Kenya tutatimiza, kwa sababu ni haki yenu kupata haya maendeleo. Nikiongea na nyinyi hapa leo, mjumbe wenu Bwana Wainaina wa Mbogo amewaeleza zile barabara zote zilikuwa zimekwama, tumezikwamua.
Oho mũtongoria wa bũrũri nĩeranĩire kwagĩrithio kwa mamwe ma mathibitarĩ mamwe na ũcio. Thibitarĩ wa Moi Kibaki ũkĩambatĩrio gĩkĩro kĩa level 6.
Hospitali yetu ya Mwai Kibaki ambayo ilijengwa na ikawekwa jina ya rais wetu wa 3 hapa Othaya.
Megemainie na ũrĩmi wa kahũa, wĩyandĩkithia mũtaratara-inĩ wa ũgima wa mwĩrĩ SHA hamwe na gĩthomo, ona mũtongoria wa bũrũri nĩarĩrĩirie.
Nyinyi mnasoma barua ikiwa ndani ya bahasha, kwa sababu Nyeri ni county number 5 kwa kusajili kwa SHA. watu 1543 tayari wamejiandikisha kwa SHA hapa Nyeri County. 70% of the residents of Nyeri are registered today in SHA. Kwa mwaka moja na nusu, pesa ambayo tumelipa kwa wale walioenda hospitali hapa Nyeri ni shilingi bilioni 3.2.
Mohoro-ini ma Kiheo TV Agatha Oirimo.
Tugithie na mbere thukuru wa Maseno na uria uri kaunti ya Githumo ni urathi na mbere na kwihariria hari ukungwiri wa miaka 120 ya githomo na guthomithia arutwo. Ni thukuru ukoretwo ugika wega mathomo-ini na kuruta arutwo mitugo ikuranire. Murugamiri munini wa thukuru ucio Reverend Herakan Ariri augite marakorwo makirigirira ukungwiri ucio ni ukorwo kirehe uthio mweru thukuru-ini ucio hari gukorwo na mitambo ya kiriu hari githomo, uthondeki weru wa irathi o ndumwe na kuongerera mwako hari kundu gwa gukomwo kwa arutwo.
We stand at the pillar of our academic giants, and we have not only done that, we have also gone into the co-curricular area and excelled very much in areas of the sport. Now, while we have all this, a very rich heritage in terms of even the buildings that were done by those who established the school, the preservation of that very rich heritage. But you can't help as you walk around and you look at schools of our caliber and appreciate what probably, maybe to the dislike of others, may be called neglect in terms of matters, infrastructure, and all that. So while we celebrate 120 years of existence today, then we take a very keen interest that you need also to be able to do the revamping of the infrastructure, be able to come up with what should be called modern, even as per the standards. And we want to appreciate especially the Maseno old boys. We have them sitting in high-level offices.
In the country, Maseno has produced leaders. As the highest rank which we've ever produced is at the Deputy President of the Republic, the Vice President of the Republic of Kenya was an alumni here. The late Professor George Saitoti, the recently late Joanna Ngeno, those are our alumni. So Maseno has impacted so much in the community because we collaborate with the community to help us achieve our goals.
Everything that they found is well preserved in terms of character, in terms of discipline, and even the facilities that they have. The facilities that they have used over the time has not been as good, but they have been able to get the best out of the facilities that they have. And in so doing, they have made sure that Maseno School has always remained at the...
Because we are one of the oldest, we believe and we know that Maseno School was meant to train leaders. And in Kenya right now, our country needs good leadership and also good maintenance to enable us grow as one.
Tugitiga nacio ciĩgiĩ gĩthomo mwena ũcio wa Gĩthumo tũthiĩ kaunti-inĩ ya Embu. Na rĩu mũingĩ wa taũni ya Embu nĩ ũthiĩte na mbere nĩ gũkorwo gĩcakaya nĩ kĩrĩa maugĩte nĩ taũni ĩyo gũtiganĩrio harĩ gũkinyĩrĩrio kwa motungata ma ũthii wa na mbere. Rĩu ĩkĩũria thirikari nene gũkorwo ĩkĩhĩmbĩria mĩgũnda ya mũingĩ na ĩrĩa ĩrĩ taũni ĩyo gũkorwo magĩakĩrwo motungata ma ũthii wa na mbere ta waki wa thogora wa thĩ o ũndũ ũmwe na gũkorwo magiakĩrwo ũhoro wĩgiĩ kana thibitarĩ nĩguo gũtigĩrĩra atĩ mũingĩ ũcio nĩ wakorwo ũkĩgunĩka na motungata ma ũthii wa na mbere.
Hizi mashamba unaona huku zimekaa aendo tangu sijui miaka ngapi iliyopita. Sasa tunataka tuwaambie hivi, wale watu serikali kuja isimame kindete na iweze kujenga manyumba hapa Inchae, kwa sababu tunataka kuona hata kama ikiwezekana watu wote wakunje katika hizi manyumba, so that at least we can even mimi nakumbuka kule Ulaya wakati mmoja kulifanywa kitu ilikuwa inaitwa Agrarian Revolution, where watu wa create room for agriculture. Hiyo inamaanisha serikali ikijenga manyumba katika hii shamba hii yote Inchae, watu wengi watatoka na huko vijijini watakunja hapa, na huko tutakuwa tunalima chakula ambao watakuwa wanakuja kukula hapa.
Nimekuja kwa hii project ililetwa hapa na serikali, na wasa niambie watu wale wanjui hii project ile watu imesaidia kabla isimame hapo, imesaidia watu wengi sana. Nimeona watu wa Njuakari wameweka, ndio walikuwa wanaweka mandirisa. Nimeona chuma ilikuwa inasukuliwa hapa kwa watu yetu, simiti ilikuwa inanunuliwa hapa kwa watu yetu. Wase nikwambie, kabla ifike hapa, wale watu wamesaidika ni wengi sana. Hata kuko na wamama walikuwa wanafanya kazi ya kupigia watu, au walikuwa na njenga hapa Sakura, hata wao wamefaidika tena. Na wase nikwambie, hii project ya William Ruto imefanya hii area inaitwa Manjimbo igeuke ikae ni kama city.
Na ripoti yo kuma manosho wa Ebu ne karo tugitiriha nayo mohoro maya mathaa imwe no ni tuko tugicokereria ona ciehada thaa ithatũ tugithina beno kumenyithia maingĩ mana mabina bena kuyumiria icigo itiganite cia bũrũri jetagwo Maureen Wanjiru nake mwambĩrĩri na njĩra ya ciĩko etagwo Maureen Wambui. Nĩ tũgĩkĩrĩko ona ciehada thaa ithatũ.